Hello, everybody, and good evening. Welcome to Fancy Football, and this is a transfer talk with me, Omofils, and also Arinzechi. Also, good evening, and how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. A pleasure being part of the show again. Good to be here. Welcome.
Oh, there's no better place to start on the transfer talk today. No other than Manchester United have almost completed the signing of Mazraoui and Delete. So both players have completed their medicals this evening. Hopefully, they'll be unveiled tomorrow afternoon by the clubs. No, so you can see that the United fans they are boxing the euphoria of signing these two players. What's your take about the two signings, the two potential signings for Manchester United?
First of all, I think the signing of the lead and Mazraoui would be a big boost. Maybe not for Manchester United as a team, but it's for
Yeah,
certain manager Eric Ten Hag.
yeah,
Why I say so is this. Because if you look at the back line, you realize that Mazraoui and the lead have worked before at the Ajax team with a certain Andre Onana, and that partnership worked like magic.
yeah,
And if it's not broken, don't fix it. These guys I said and the goalkeeper have worked with Eric Ten Hag in the past, and so it shows that they will understand what it takes. For me, it's Mazraoui an upgrade on Aaron Bissaka. I'm not too sure. Watched
no,
him
I
a few
don't, I
times. I
don't.
think I'm not too sure because for me to say someone's an upgrade means the improvement will be something very huge, man. Something very great. You understand what I'm trying to say? It will be something very large. That's the way I see it. He's Mazawi a very good player, yes. What he brings to that team is experience playing in the Champions League, experience playing in the Ajax, in top leagues, especially European football. Wan-Bissaka has got maybe little experience playing in Europe. But the biggest buy for me is Delete. The boy was the captain of the Ajax team that got to the semi-finals of the Champions League. The boy, though, let's be sincere, he hasn't hit it at Juventus. He hasn't been a great signing for Juventus because I don't know, he just can't find himself in the starting lineup. And so for Man United, and when he got to Bayern Munich again, he still wasn't that, it wasn't it for him. So, but maybe the reunion with Eric Ten Hag can become that spark that will ignite his career. So I'm more optimistic about the sign of Matis Delete because of the way the Ten Hag wants to play and the way he wants to set up, and the guy seems to understand that hook, line, and sinker. But for Mazraoui, it's also just a good player might not have signed. A very good player. Wan-Bissaka wasn't as bad as everybody thought he was. He was one of the best one-on-one defenders, but some would say, in the words of Nesta, the player has to slide. Means he has already made an error already. For him to go down means he has made an error. But he was very good with the tackles. Talking about Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he was very good with one-on-ones. But for me, my fans can rejoice. Maybe this could be the final jigsaw in the puzzle for Eric Ten Hag, clearly in his defensive structure to build a team that is very strong. Delete solid defender, very solid. You add bite. Don't forget, Maguire is getting age. Evans is not the youngest of players, and so you add some youth. You add youth, a player that is very experienced, and that maybe you could see a good replacement for Varane, who Man United left, who was surplus requirement. Man United left. When he left, we heard that he played only 25 minutes for Como. Talking about the team where he said, I picked up an injury. I was removed. That's about Varane. For me, that's the biggest thing Man United have done. Letting go of Varane, injury-prone player, never fit, always in the doctor's office, and Delete will bring that change. That youthfulness, that ray of light in the team. So for me, it's a good move for Man United. Huge deal. First of all, a replacement for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who's heading out, and of course, Delete. To me, it's a step up in the back line, very big step up to what we've seen Man United had in recent years. So it seems it's beginning to come together for the Ten Hag, and all his signings, all his potential, like I say, his transfer target are becoming a reality for him. So big deal. Tomorrow's going to be a big deal for Man United fan because I think if that is done, it could be done and dusted for Man United in the transfer market. I don't think any player will come in again. If any would come in to be in the heart of the midfield, but they've got a striker, or attacking striker in Ziki, the guy from Bologna. They've got two defenders in Mazraoui and David Delete. I think for me, it could be almost done and dusted in the transfer market for Man United heading to the start of the new season.
Okay, when you say the Mazraoui is a better player compared to Mazraoui, I think Mazraoui is more better than Delete, to be frank. Going forward, that's where United have problem with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And let me say, Aaron Wan-Bissaka is a brilliant defender. And I think I said so on the United way this morning when I was telling
Yeah.
the fans out there. But going forward, Aaron Wan-Bissaka it's one-on-one. Aaron Wan-Bissaka defending one-on-one. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is much more better than the lead, if I would say. But when it comes to bringing in the crosses, I think Mazraoui is far better offensively. Mazraoui is much more better than Aaron Wan-Bissaka. If you might agree with me or not. And when we also look at uh delete as well. Yes, he has had his own issues in Juventus and in
And
Bayern
Bayern.
as well. Especially when he came into Juventus, he met men there. When I mean that he met men, the men I was talking about, and to displace those men
Absolutely.
out of that
Cellini,
team,
Bonucci,
uh,
Barzagli.
yes, and Juventus were a team that had issues. I remember I mentioned these issues that they had with the corruption, and that was why I think they had to sell Delhi to raise money. I think he went for around 60 million euros to Bayern. They had to sell Delhi
Yeah,
to raise
exactly.
money. So
To Bayern.
for
And then
me,
it still did not happen for him at Bayern Munich as well.
it didn't happen at Bayern
Played
because
second fiddle
he
too.
was injured.
Yeah.
He was injured. Then before he
Even
knew it, they
when
signed
he was fit,
Dyer.
he could not. Even when he was
No,
fit, he couldn't replace a
the
certain
records are there. The
Upamecano.
timelines are there. So the timelines are there. I
Yeah.
looked at it very well. The timelines were there. I thought he was fit like that, but the timelines were there for the defender, and I saw that he was actually in the second season. In his second season, he was injured, and that was why Thomas Tuchel had to go for Dyer, and he was surplus to requirement at the end of the day. Not really surplus to requirement. He was playing
Eric
behind
Dyer.
Dyer. So I think it's a good deal for both teams. But Bayern will get close to 60
So,
million
so,
60 million euros at the end of the day.
now that's my question. A very good player who is fit will find
Yeah.
his way in the team. He will find his way in the team. But and the guy to me has not been wasn't the most fantastic of player when he bought him from Tottenham Hotspur. He was suffering big time, bro. He was suffering really bad. So for you to say because Gallagher came to me, damn it, a lot of goofs, mistakes that he should have stepped in and but we all know Thomas Tuchel when he seems to like
But
a player, he sticks with
but
it.
we all
Yeah.
know how Thomas Tuchel operates. We know how he
Exactly.
operates.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so that's why
Yeah.
I can't fault Thomas Tuchel. We know the way he insisted that he wanted this player at Bayern, and at the end
And
of
he
the day,
wanted it. Yeah.
he never get that player. He knows what he wants. Even the least player that he could expect that Tuchel will go for, he will go for that player. And at the end of the day, he knows how to use those players in those areas. So that is why I'm
Absolutely.
thinking that it's of no use. Okay, somebody is still talking there. Okay, delete debut again, Fulham. Any chance? Yes, I think there'll be chance. Manchester is red forever. There'll be chance for Delete to have his debut against Fulham if the club register him on or before. I think was
On
it 12
for Thursday.
Thursday?
Thursday.
Yes, on or before Thursday. So
12 p.m. Yeah.
yeah. So that
So it's very
he
possible.
could,
Very, very
yeah,
possible.
it's very very possible. So that's possible. So let's move on from Delete to a man that also have a topsy-turvy career from where he was in Benfica, and he signed a mega deal to Atletico Madrid. Then from there, he was going on loan to Barcelona, Chelsea, thereabout. And now, no, so look at, I think he now the Atletico Madrid are trying to look for a solution for Joao Felix. I think this is a wrong, sorry. Oh, this is a wrong slide. Sorry. So, but Atletico Madrid are trying to look for a solution for Joao Felix. That's it. So Joao Felix is that player I'm talking about. They are offering him to Chelsea, and a potential deal out there for him is that probably he might go to Chelsea because he has a higher salary, and I won't blame him because when he was signed for close to 100 and something million, close to 100, so I think he was one of those signings that were signed more than 100 million pounds when
Yeah,
he
it was one of
moved
those.
from Benfica
I think the most
to
expensive to Atletico Madrid, the most expensive
yeah
player. See,
yeah
I don't doubt his quality, bro. I don't doubt it. I've watched him at Chelsea when he came in, on that season when I was on loan, and
yeah
I saw some quality in
some
that young
flashes,
man.
yeah.
The guy. The guy could score goals. He could make assists. He can break down any defense on his day when he's having fun and he's on his mojo. It can happen. It can happen to any team. And he came to Barcelona as well.
So you there with me? I don't know. So
As well,
oh
Madrid, you could see that uh, Atletico Madrid, he was working under Diego Simeone, who would prioritize his defense every day of the week and twice on Sunday. To have
Yeah.
him playing and attacking, explosive kind of football. At Chelsea, he works on that. Was it what's his name again? Is it Mauricio Pochettino? Am I mistaken? Or is it Thomas Tuchel? We all know
No.
they are all organized. You know, they built their reputation on structure base. See, I think he will do well in a team where a coach will allow you to express himself. And that is where Enzo Maresca is. And I think it's that coach that will let you. And that is why I think he will concede a lot of goals this season. And Chelsea fans must brace up for a lot of troubles, because if you watch the preseason game against Man City, in less than 2 minutes or 3 minutes, they are giving 2 goals away because we're trying to be too intricate, trying to pass from the back, trying to be too perfect. You know, and that's what Joao Felix wants. He wants to express himself, make his mistake, and cover up for those mistakes that he makes. So he will enjoy life under Enzo Maresca. But the problem is we have enough time to gel. No even way that, like I said, this is likely going to be the 11th signing for Chelsea. Chelsea are in for a striker who can get them 25, 20, 30 goals a season. The deal with Samuel Omorodion, the Spanish Nigerian, broke down just yesterday, and then they turned their focus on Joao Felix. I wondered if you're dealing with somebody break down, and you're going to be playing in the same club. So what are you thinking? So it's all hula, the hula value goes on and on. But I think with Enzo Maresca, the ball can come good. Enzo Maresca plays attractive for West Ham and Leicester City in the Championship. We saw him in his first preseason at Chelsea. He will be too explosive. He gives you that young club vibe, where I will score you 4 goals, I'll score you 5, you score me 4. Let's just find out who will beat each other. If in terms of goals, you get, you score 4, I score 5, you score 4, I score 5. So it's why I win the game. It doesn't matter what. So, and I think with Japan, that's what he wants. He wants to see lots of the ball. He wants to have time to caress the ball, and it could be a deal that will be done. Like I said, it's not done. It's not close to being done. It's not Uhuru yet. But it looks like the potential deal that Chelsea could be looking on to after filling with the Samuel Omorodion deal that broke down last night. So we wait and see, but I think it's going to be a good signing. But yet again, Chelsea fans will have to be patient with him. This is your 11th. If it comes to play, it could be your 12th signing. Imagine them signing Pedro Neto from nowhere. We need to see speculations. Bang, he's bought.
Yeah.
These how Chelsea have been operating this season. Bang for Vale, bang on Vale, bang on Vale. They know what it is. They have a see. You may say it's the business formula or the module, the modus operandi of Chelsea's transfer market and transfer policies are not quite exquisite, or you're not happy with it as fans. But I tell you, they know what they are doing, because they seem to just go in there, get their man, and disappear. So let's see how it goes. It's something that can still happen. It's still open. There's still negotiation between club and between both parties, and of course the player who's also open to that move, because like I said, he seems to want to play in a team that plays expansive football where he can be able to express himself. Look at him. This was started before he started Rafael Leao, but in the national team he has dropped down the pecking order. So he wants to get back to where he used to be, the next big team in Portugal. Right now, he's the next forgotten team, and he wants to get back to where he used to be, the big team. You can't spend over £100 million for a player. I don't hope he flourishes. So, and let him be very stubborn, because they want to recoup much of that money back for him, knowing fully well that he was a failed project at the club.
I think they won't get much more, because they're putting him on 40 million euros. I think it's not much more, but I think it's something they could really. I think if you look at his loan deals, should be able to cover for what has been spent so far so good on him. The money allotted for his loan deal. Nonso, can you hear me? Hello, Nonso. Hello, Nonso. I can't hear you. Can you hear me, Nonso? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you very well.
Okay. And so
I can hear you. I can hear you very well. Can you hear me? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go ahead, please. According to Manchester is Red Forever, that Joao Felix is overrated. Do you think he's overrated, please?
Okay.
Do you think he's overrated?
This is a case of half full or half empty. Watching the young boy play from a tender age at Benfica, he seems to be like the star of the moment, and with the quality and what we saw in those days, you expect by now it should be being the Ronaldo replacement cadre. One of the people who will take up the baton from Ronaldo, as Ronaldo took it from Luis Figo. but it
Yeah.
hasn't been for him. Wrong managers, wrong clubs, and this is why I tell people in player development, the right arena, the right environment matters. It's not about just making a big move and making huge money. And that perfect example is example Kelechi Iheanacho
Yeah.
of Nigeria Super Eagles. So the right environment, it matters. You need to be in a place where you flourish, where your like say your skill or your ability, your attribute will be showcased to a wider audience. Not when you be beat party. Imagine you telling Eddie Hazard to go and do defensive duties, cover up, mark up, track back. That's Eddie Hazard will suffer. No matter even if he's the best player in the world, he would suffer. You need to allow Eddie Hazard to have the ball. And when he has the ball, you know what he does to teams? He annihilates, he decimates, he destroys teams. But in the career of Joao Felix, he has done more of defensive duties than attacking duties. You see the number of distance he has covered for a player who should be in the other half of the opposition, causing havoc, causing mayhem, to teams. But that is where he finds himself. So maybe this move could just be it. I still think there is juice somewhere. I think the whole needs the right manager to squeeze out that juice in there. There seems to be juice. I think there's quality in there. All it needs is a bit of a brushing. It needs a manager who does. It's like raw diamond. It is not really refined. You don't get. The guy can score goals. The guy is very skillful. The guy can be quick when he wants. His finishing his first touch is fantastic. I watch him control the ball. He can drop a ball dead in seconds, and his finishing is. It may not be 100%, but it's above 60-70%. So there's something in there, man. So it's just the right manager and the right environment, the right club, and the boy can come good. I don't think it's overhyped. Maybe at that point, the money was paid for. That was paid for something was too much. No matter take on that, it was too much. Maybe the fees played a toll. But you say he's overhyped. He looked like a very good player that was going to come good, but it didn't just happen for him.
So Manchester is red forever. You got your answer to that. So possibly he might. For me, I don't think he's overhyped. I just think he's a player that has not really been utilized by the club.
He's a player of circumstances.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on from one player. Still on, we're talking about Atletico Madrid. Still on Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid threatens to walk away from Gallagher's deal. Now, there's a problem with this deal. I think the problem is that this deal is tied to. If you follow the report, this deal is still tied to the Joao Felix deal, and that's why. And Atletico Madrid are very angry because Chelsea. I don't know. Chelsea, because of Chelsea's problem with the Omar Dion's deal as well. Chelsea also walked away from them. So Atletico Madrid are very angry that they want to walk away also from this deal. Also. But I think that this deal will.
And that is why Chelsea may.
I think that
because Chelsea has not trying to pacify. Chelsea are trying to pacify them by trying to get in a certain Joao Felix. That's the reason. No, you see, it's business. Football is business, man. And as much as Gallagher will add quality, like we talked about that also in past episode of this show. In as much that he will add quality to the team, he'll bring something different. You bring zest, grit, work rate.
Yeah. Yeah.
We all know that at the end of the day, your books matters. If a team say you may just want to play spoilers and walk away as well. So it's like I said, let us hope that the deal is 90% done. If Atletico Madrid are pulling the plug, it's not for footballing reasons. It's for business reasons, or maybe payback reasons, for lack of words. But come on, let's see how it goes. There's still a lot of time in the transfer market for this deal to be done, and I think that's why Chelsea are running back to get Joao Felix. I'm not going to maybe the tickets around that Samuel Morododi is too much. His personal wages. He just joined Atletico Madrid last season. He spent barely a year at Atletico Madrid, so they feel that the guy has still got prospect, even though he didn't play much last season. When I think he came from Getafe, if I'm not mistaken. So they want to leave the car. He's going to leave. They have to collect good money because the young man has got.
Go ahead, Nonso. We lost Nonso.
At the Olympic Games as well. He was part of the Spanish team that won the Olympics. So you see what it is. So they want to milk the cow. It's about milking the cow, bro. It's about milking the cow. He's part of them that got to the Olympics. They won the Olympics. He's in that squad, bro. So
So
it is what it is.
do you think also that the deal will go through at the end of the day?
I think it's a little money have gone too far to put the plug. It's just that kind of gra. Where Man
Mm.
United talk say they are bidding for a certain Brightway. They've gone back for Brightway. Oh no, that was just a bait. So should have Bayern let go of delete quickly, so that they won't lose.
Yeah,
So that Bayern is just his business. These are
it's
baits.
business.
It's just a bait, guy. But that
And
come back
and
and get this guy or pull the plug. It's
and that
bait,
is
just a
why
bait.
and also that is why I love the current United management, because they don't go into a transfer, unlike the previous management. They don't go into a deal on the weaker side. If you say you don't want to say, "Ah, let's leave it, take your money, and I will take my money and go." I think that was what I saw yesterday with those two deals for Manchester United. And clubs will eliminate things like that, and it's just the same thing. See, the football business is more or less different from corporate business, and that is why I fault the likes of Edward Ward, John Martin, and co, with the way they go into a transfer. At the end of the day, you go into a transfer with the intention of signing 5 players. Then, because of your hand have been twisted behind, then you'll not be able to get the deal across the line. We know of several deals that United could have gotten last season, under those guys, and at the end of the day, we know what happened. So now, so let's leave that. Let's leave the Gallagher's deal, and let's
Mm.
go to a certain player that I felt was in the back line for England during the Euros, was outstanding, and we all know how he helped England. So Newcastle are going to go a third bid from Newcastle United uh, for Guehi. And also, do you think this deal? Do you think what's his name? Do you think Crystal Palace will sell this guy or if this season? Do you think this deal will happen? Because I think the
I think
first the first
it
the
would
first
happen.
bid
It will
was
happen.
okay. The first bid was rejected. Second bid now for the player also was rejected, and this is the third bid. So, how much are the Crystal Palace really looking for? That's the question. How much are the Crystal Palace really looking for
Now let me tell
McGee?
you this. This guy is the captain of Crystal Palace.
Yes,
He
absolutely.
has played. He's got years on his. He's a very young player. Got years on his side. He was part of the Three Lions team that got to the finals of the Euros 2024, playing a
Yeah.
pivotal and important role. Fourthly, the young man is transferring from an English club to another English club.
As usual.
So what does this tell you? From antecedents, I've given you I put all the things on the table. So what does this tell you? That all Crystal Palace are trying to do is milk the cow. They can't. The boy is already ready to leave. He wants to leave. He wants greener pastures. With Newcastle, he got a chance to play in the continental football. If not this season, in the next season to come, but never with Crystal Palace. I don't think it's in their aspiration for every season. But he, I'm of use. It's simple. It's about getting the right money from Newcastle. And don't forget, the transfer window is still open even after the season starts. So if we can even play, we've seen guys who play the first 3 games for their club and still leave before the end of the final day of the transfer
Exactly.
window
Exactly.
that closes
It
on the
doesn't
31st
matter.
of August. Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't matter, bro. So all they're trying to do is get as much money they can get from a player, one their star player who's got age on his side, who's an England international, who has proven himself over and over again. Is an English Premier League proven player. So it's about getting the money. I think it cost Lucas as high as 50 to 60 million pounds to get his services. That's the range. I think that's where the range is that Crystal and Crystal Palace are very. See, they've got a management that is very, very, very astute. They understand the business angle of it. They held on to
Yeah.
Zaha for so long. They sold him. When they even sold him, at that period, they sold Zaha. No, they sold him for good money. For good
Yeah.
money. The same thing with all the players that have left Crystal Palace, Michael Lees. They know when to let go. The next player who will be leaving the door is Ebony Chase. I'm not sure he may be starting the season with Crystal Palace. And so they understand the business. They groom these players. They let go. So I think he will get that Newcastle will get their man but that won't come so easy or so cheap. They will drag it all time. They won't drag it to the final day. It may get there. When Newcastle then have to now break the bank and get their man if they're really interested. If not, Crystal Palace have money to lose. They can keep him again for another season. He's got a long contract, bro. You can sell him again next summer for almost the same amount because he will not drop in value because he will keep on playing. So it's Newcastle. You want a man, you want him, come get him. It's simple like that. It is to happen, but come on, it will take a huge amount of money to force the hands of Crystal Palace because they are the advantage position at this moment.
Okay, yeah, no. So
don't forget
news,
to add to this from my views. To add to this, before we move further, if you look at the Newcastle, they need a defender. After Fabian Schär and of course Portman, the other guys are they are just center defenders, but they're not at the level yet. Lascelles, sometimes they don't get their left back. Domet's not there. They get their left back Bond to come sit in for them. So they need the squad in depth, and not only the squad, they have quality players to replace players when players are injured. If and only if they want to be playing contender football, don't forget they've got good money, Newcastle.
Yeah.
And so they have to start spending wisely. They want to get to the levels of the Arsenal, the Chelsea, the Liverpool. So I think it will happen, but it will take a lot. It's not something that will come easy for Newcastle.
No, it won't come easy because nothing comes easy when it comes to buying and selling of players. You won't get it cheap, to be frank. They have the money, so they can use that money to buy and to buy a new defender. It's not something that is unheard of before. But with the way the transfer market has been going recently for Newcastle and for every other clubs, you have to spend wisely. That's what we've observed recently. Clubs have to spend wisely in the transfer market. So I hope at the end of the day they were able to get their man and push the transfer across the line. That's what I think at the end of the day. So they should be able to get their man. So let's we're still on the transfer. So for those that are watching us for the first time, please kindly subscribe, kindly hit the like button as well as we continue to go. I think
and the notification bell as well.
And notification bell, but basically on this video, you just subscribe and like. I think that would do. Subscribe and like, that would do it for us. We appreciate what you guys did in the morning. I think in the morning show was so electrifying, and we had a very wonderful show. We had close to 22 likes on that video. We hope also to have much more than that as well for subsequent videos that we'll have. So finally, Vinicius Junior came out to reveal that he got a very lucrative deal from the Saudis. Are you here with me also?
I'm here. I'm going nowhere, bro.
Okay. So he got a lucrative deal from the Saudis.
I'm here with you. I'm going nowhere.
Okay. And he turned that deal down. Vinicius Junior turned a lucrative deal from the Saudis down. I want to ask this question: is the Saudi League bubble as the bubble burst for the Saudi Pro League now?
I don't think so, bro. See, in football, I've learned only one thing: the money speaks. And with the money, you can create a league out of nothing. Don't forget the emergence of the what do you call it again? The Super League that hit the rocks. I think that's a futuristic league. It would happen when I can't tell you, but it will happen because money would push buttons, and buttons will make things happen. It's as simple as that, bro. See, it's not that nowadays it seems we're not getting more players who are more passion driven than money driven. Because if it was in the days of the Ronaldinhos, by now the Saudi Pro League would be flooded with players. You would have never see players like Chinese league as Oscar at the tender age of 21, 22. Incredible Hulk at his prime moved to China. This guy, Graciano Pele, when he was on fire with Southampton, moved to China. I can go on, sir. So the players it will take a longer time to build the Saudi Pro League. And I love the fact they're not there for a quick fix. They want to build the league that can start the test of them. That's why they're also giving exposure to their own players in the Saudi Pro League. I mean, bringing expatriates, for lack of words, or players who have seen it and done it well in Europe. Nowadays, look at the players they're signing. They're signing younger players in their 22, 23s. Saint Maximan, Jota. I can continue. Younger players with a mixture of, they're not just doing like China, who are just getting, they're mixing it up so that the league will improve. It's not working right now because, like I said, Teams are not buying much, so they are not selling much either. One, because of the lack of funds in European football, because they always want to protect themselves. In as much that they know that there's a competition in Saudi Pro League, so they want to protect their league as well. So since they can't be able to buy as much, they are not selling as much. Nowadays, you see teams will buy one before they sell one. You get what I'm trying to say? Or it's like
I get
the
you.
deal that is intertwined, you buy from the same club. So we understand what's going on, bro. You understand what's going on? So now, it's by now, if it was in the formal climb, by now the Chelsea will be playing the Saudi Pro League.
Yeah,
Ederson will play in the Saudi Pro League. Victor
yeah.
Osimhen will play in the Saudi Pro League. Because they give them offers that normally you would not reject, bro. Offers that that the clubs will turn too good to turn down. Like Victor Osimhen,
Yeah,
over 200 million pounds was having Saudi. He refused to go to Saudi Arabia. I take your body.
yeah.
That was Yakuba Ibeni. Right there, he be singing the Saudi Arabian national team. Those are how the kind of players we had in those days. So it's the truth, bro. It's the truth, bro. So I think they will gradually they will get there. First of all, they now need to now get the league to where the players want to now be want to join, first of all, and then they can use the cash as the bait to lure them, which is the plan. The league is getting better. The paparazzi around it is getting better. So as the league
Yeah.
is improving, more players will now want to join, and then the money will now be the push factor to get them to join. So it's not done yet, but it's not because of the issues around especially in Europe, where a lot of teams are crashing. A team as big as Barcelona, they let go of Sergio Roberto for free. They can't even offer him a good contract because of their cash trapped. So it is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
Okay, so I think you're spot on what you on your analysis about the Saudi Pro League and the bubble and Vinicius as well. Finally, okay, no, so the league starts on Friday. The Premier League starts on Friday officially with Manchester United versus Fulham at Old Trafford. Uh, so I want to get some hints from you with regards to just in 2 minutes. What's your take? What's your expectation about the 2024-2025 English Premier League or football season as a whole?
Am I optimistic or am I pessimistic?
Anyone, I don't know where you are.
That's a big
Depending on
question.
the
Unfortunately, not too many business have been done in the transfer market because of paucity of funds. That we must surely spell out. Uh,
so can you hear me? Okay, we lost Nonso.
you get what I'm trying to say? The paucity of funds have affected a lot of things from our field. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed and see how things pan out. I'm a bit optimistic because to me, it's same old Man City. I don't think they've recruited anybody except Savinho, who I don't think
Yeah,
will storm into the first 11. For Arsenal, I think the biggest signing has been Calafiori. They have failed not to get a number, so it's practically the same Arsenal squad. Liverpool as well. I've let go of some of the players. Brought only one or two. Still players who we can't say will force themselves into the starting 11. The biggest guys who have changed a lot is Man United, and they have to because they were drowning. So let's see how this upgrade will bring a change, or it should be same old man. So I'm quite excited that club football is back. I want to see how well teams can play, especially Man City, without having so much funds to throw around. Everything they said again, that it was they had to sign one big player.
yeah,
2 years ago it was Erling Haaland and Julian Alvarez. Last year was Kovacic. They seem to add one and Nunes. So this is they seem to be positive. So they're not relying on their kids. They went to competition, Oscar Bob, Marketing. These are the players that played. So those guys have to step up because the funds are not as they used to be.
they're
There's
not there.
an economic meltdown. Exactly. So let's see how well Guardiola can manage these kids to get results and see whether he can suffer some financial damage to his aspiration as managers. So I'm happy that club football is resuming, but I still think the transfer market hasn't given us the excitement that we need heading to the new season because it's very in England. England used to be the league with the highest number of money spent in the transfer market. Right now, they're not even in the top two. They're not even in the top two. So there's a lot of not super excitement in the Premier League, but it's a new season. Club football is back, and I think the fans can't wait for it to begin. I can't wait for you to see what's up for grab, especially for the teams who didn't do much in the transfer market. But there's this excitement we get from the transfer market that leads us into the league. Maybe
Yeah,
it would
yeah.
come before the end of the transfer window that ends on the 31st. But for now, bro, let the league just come first. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes.
Okay. Somebody was asking me, United fan, Manchester is red forever. Was asking me why why am I wearing a Real Madrid jersey? Yeah, I'm entitled to wear any jersey I want to wear, but even though I'm a United fan, so I think I'm entitled to wear any jersey I want to wear. But I think for the United way, I will always put on the United jersey because that's where I belong. That's my home. Okay. Now, so can you hear me? Let me see. Okay, guys. Let's see if we can get Nonso back. Hello, Nonso. Can you hear me? Uh, Hello, Nonso. Can you hear me? Hello, Nonso. Can you hear me? Seems we have lost Nonso. Lost Nonso. We've lost Nonso. Okay, guys. Finally, on a second note, is that Julian Alvarez have officially signed for Atletico Madrid, and is an Atletico Madrid player. He will be the new Atletico Madrid number 9. He's had his medical successfully, and he has signed for Atletico Madrid. So let's see what he will bring to that club, and we'll bring you much more updates on the world of transfers as we continue to look at what is happening in the transfer market. Thank you for watching us and for following us. Kindly subscribe, like, share on Fancy Football, and it's good to be here this evening. And cheers.